All right, looking at AMP here. Um, Looks to be very bearish, way below this moving average, but does look like it's kind of hitting a support zone now. Right here, right around, I guess it'd be like 195 kind of thing. So would not be looking to buy this anytime soon. You can see just heavy downside movement, like just completely straight down. This might even go to zero. So but this is the main area to break right here. So I would say we're gonna look for a whole number here that falls within this zone. We'll say 180. Well, sorry, let's just figure out what we kind of want here. We'll say 190 to start, and then we will go from there. But we'll put in this 190 so we can kind of tell what we're looking at. So, and then we got market here, 190. That's what we'll call it. So price needs to break this area. It's actually breaking lower and lower already, taking out previous areas of liquidity. So on this 4-hour time frame, there's actually this little zone here, and I'm going to delete this big zone that we had, and now we're going to focus on these smaller zones as price breaks below this 190 area. A couple things with this, because this is after this area, I mean after 190, this is as low it's ever been. So we don't know, we can't really target previous lows because this is the lowest it's ever been after this point. So I mean the lowest it's ever been technically is 182. So once it breaks that, I mean it can go lower and lower and lower. So basically you want to just keep shorting this all the way down as it creates zones and breaks them. So right now it's created a zone here. You can see resisted. Now you get this candle coming down. So once this area breaks, then you just target lower and lower. So the first target I would keep in mind would be exactly with this low here. So that's 180, 182. Let's see. Yeah, the lowest is 182. So that would be my first target. It's just the all-time low, and then after that keep going lower and lower. And then so once price breaks this area, so let's say it goes like this, breaks through this area, this 192 area, then you look for a small retest somewhere back into this zone kind of thing. It'll create a new area of liquidity on these, especially on like a lower time frame here. And then once it creates that, you enter your short position. Grab this one here, you put it like right here, let's say, enter your short position, cinch your stop down to just cover the tops of all the wicks that it creates in this area. And then yeah, this is your short position. Hopefully you get like a 3 to 5 risk to reward, all the way down to 182. And then obviously you can hold it further than that, because if it breaks 182, it's gonna go quite a bit lower because there's nothing stopping it. Right now we have resistance here that's been stopping it. We have previous lows, we have lots of wicks in this area. So but once it breaks below 190 here, there's no wicks. It's just this big guy, which price is most likely to fill this area anyways. Even if it doesn't continue lower after this, it's probably, price likes to fill previous price, so it's going to try to fill this wick as much as possible. And yeah, if it breaks lower, breaks below 182, then it's probably just going to keep going. So that is what I'd be looking for AMP. And then obviously you have huge areas of support, I guess now it would be. I mean, this area was very significant. You can see price held above it for a long time, then finally broke below it. This candle retested it, that's today's candle, and is now breaking lower. So I mean, this is kind of your area of security. If you wanted to even just wait for price to, let's say if possible, if price to come back up here, then you look for a short position after price hits this area, then you could do that. Or you just do what I initially said and wait for price to break below this area on a 4-hour, break, hold, retest, and then enter. And then I mean you could set your stop up here if you wanted a big stop loss. If you wanted to use a stop loss, then your risk to reward kind of suffers. So that's up to you. If you wanted to sell here, and then if price breaks up into this area here, back into like 200, which is a nice even number, then you could sell more. So you could sell some here if it breaks, and then if it does decide to push up against you, let's say, delete this, let's say price does break below here, but then all of a sudden you get this massive push back up to this 200 zone, then you just look to sell even more up here. So you sell here, you dollar average in, and then yeah, just ride all the way down to 182, and then take your profits at the bottom there. And if it breaks 182, just hold it, and it'll probably just keep going for a bit until it finds its next support area. So that is my take on AMP. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if you want me to keep following up on this, I can definitely do that.